Jesus. Folks, welcome back to the lab. Well, we're here to revisit something we did last month. This is a Dewey mill, which was a disaster when I unboxed it. From the fuzzy picture, I didn't know what was going on, but this thing was a disaster. And I just said, you know what? Rather than just get all bummed and say this is going to be a, piece of scrap metal, I said, you know what? I'm going to try some things here. Going to try patching this up. And it just looks pretty gaudy there. It does. It looks bad. But, I learned that I could do it. So, and since I did this, I came across a shit ton of brass strapping. So what I'm thinking of doing, just for fun, is replacing these with brass. I was really hoping I was going to get lucky and find one to be the same. Yeah. That one's too big. That one's too big. And the reason I'm saying too big is because I would like to not have to cut something lengthwise, because I won't get it super straight, because I'm going to be doing it with tin snip. And there's this one. Well, that might give us what we want. Well, it's not in the corners. It's just in the middle of things, as you can see. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe, I don't know. I was thinking also, maybe this big one here. Unfortunately, it's not. I was hoping I can get something like this and do three sides with it. I could do 2 sides with it, but I'll still have extras. Unless I go this way. So unless I make make the patches smaller. Part of the reason that I went all 3 sides here is to make it look more uniform. Yeah, well, how uniform is that? But okay, so I think, I wonder how straight a crease I can put. WB9DQD in the group. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just kind of look at this and see. And sorry, ham radio going there. And like I said, when you have a radio this old, hey buddy. When you have a radio this old, it doesn't have circuitry that stops loud signals from being extremely loud, like modern radios do. So that's why every once in a while you'll see, it'll get in real loud, and that's because there's a close signal. All right, so let's brainstorm here. All right, so we have our sizes here. I think the first thing I want to do is, I figure, in any case, I want to replace these with brass. How much? I don't know. In any case, so maybe I'm gonna, I am. I'm gonna desolder this stuff, and then we'll play from that point. Oh, that landed on my leg. Woo, and that landed on my leg as well. I forgot how big the holes were. Well, at least everything's nicely tinned for adding brass. Woo-hoo, look at that mess. All right, so we could easily, these are nicely tinned and everything, we can easily put those back on if we choose, but I don't choose to do that. Okay, so Let's see, how much space do we need? Maybe for this, I'll do a wraparound. It's too bad that one is not even with this one. Maybe wrap around there, and then for these, use some of that. Because like I said, I really don't want to have to cut angle. Or I mean cut one of these lengthways, because I know it'll never be right. Yeah, so if I did this, like that. Now I want to see if I can get a good edge somewhere. Maybe like my little vise. My little vise here. Let's try that. I think this will work perfect. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna cut off some of this here so I don't get confused by things. Okay. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna have to cut this off prematurely here, somewhere at least, somewhere close, so I can fit it in the vise and bend it. Okay, yeah, that's a lot more attractive. Oh yeah, liking that a lot. Okay, so I need to cut that. Alright, and proper marking implement. I like that. Okay, cool. That'll work. And it's too bad I can't go the long way with that and just do the whole tubes, turn this into a brass lantern. But do I want to make 3 more of these? Well, maybe I'll just have to make 3 of these. 3 of these things here. Okay, let me cut a few more of these. That looks relatively straight. Okay, I'll go estimated there. Okay. Of 1 3/4. So I'll just cut a couple of 1 3/4, and then we'll bend them from there. Okay, well, Another very crude method of achieving what I want here. So, crude. Please take that into account. I am just playing here. A little playing before I go make my dinner. Should I save these? No, I'm not going to save these. I got plenty of tin. Right. So, one or two of these is not all that super. Of course, this lantern is not super either, so I'm not going to overthink it. Okay, so we have our little things here. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a pinch so they'll grab on. So I'll be able to kind of try to kind of pinch them on there so I can see how many of these I'll need. Well, let's see. All right. Like that. I think this side needs two, though. I think I should go one here. One here. Like that. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm using the strength of this clamp to kind of look at things here. Oh. Okay, I like that, but of course my cuts don't quite meet up here. They are both overlapping here. Ugh. All right, so this one's got these two holes. I'll go there. And this one here. Okay. We can make that work. We'll kind of space them out so they look more uniformy. Maybe I do need two here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what we need. But I gotta take more off of these here. Oh, I wish there was an easier way than with these barbaric snips. All right, let's do some trimming here. I'm eyeballing. I'm using the old Paul Cox micrometer. Much better. Okay. can't do precise work with snips like this. Ugh. Oh, man. Luckily, brass is a little softer, so you can kind of much easier to sand it down. But again, look what we're adding this to. It doesn't need to be perfect, but this is good practice for me. Excellent. Okay. So those go there. Do I need to measure any of these out? Some of these are looking a little bulky on there, but that's because there's still globs of solder.
Maybe yours being an A, it makes a difference.
Oh, so close. Okay, I'm going to come down just a little bit. So I wonder how much I can get these to stick with what remaining solder is on there. I'm still digging that more, though, by the way. Even though they're freaking cuts, those suck. Ugh. God damn. Well, I wonder what will happen if I try heating these up and see if I can get them to stay on there with the solder that they got. Yeah, it was a little hot. Okay, so I added some solder that obviously just kind of went down the hole. Okay, so I think what I need to do is score this up and tin it. So we are going to make a mess of things here. Jesus. You know what? I was just thinking, oh man, I'm just putting, oh man. I was just thinking, like dumb, I'm putting acetone all over this thing and lighting a torch. And the second I was thinking that, I just did that. Oh boy. Whoops. Burnt my acetone brush a little bit. Oops. Oops. Well, good thing. You guys were here to rescue me if anything happened. All right. So, get this shit out of here. And by the way, too, I had you see this here? This is actually kerosene, too. And I forgot I had fluid in this thing. Oh, yeah, there's kerosene all over the place, but that's not going to blow up. All right. Well, I think that's the best I'm going to be able to get things. Because they're just so, it's so jagged. Everything's just so jagged. But hopefully these are secure enough where I can kind of hammer them a little bit, mold them a little bit. Ow. All right. Okay, let me clean up here and then we will review what's happening. All right. Well, what have we done? We're done here. I can hear. No, there's still got kerosene in it. All right. Well, there's flux, everything all over this thing. So I'm trying to fix a couple things here. There's just some that just are not. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Good. Okay. Wasn't getting things hot enough there. And I think I'm not letting it cool down enough before trying things. But I'm seeing here, so I'm looking at it from a different angle than I was before. Shit. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna drop some solder down in that crack there. Like that. There we go. I seem to be playing a TikTok here little thing, so I straighten one up and another one loosens. Yeah, I should be using a freaking soldering iron. But I like what that did, though. Let's try that again over here, though. So I'll drop some solder down in that crack, and then I will move the clamp over. Oops. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, get down in there. There we go. Shit! Oh, man. Yeah, I'm overheating things. Well, this one just popped out, and I had that one in real nice. I'm not using acetone. I'm not starting another fire. But boy, am I using a shit ton of solder. I'm learning. And kerosene's coming out. And I'm eating a snack. That's hot. I am doing a good job on burning myself a little bit here and there. Okay, I'm liking this idea with little chunks of solder. Plop them down in the hole, in the cracks. Whoops. All right, so now I'm gonna let that fall down in there, and then I'll bring a clamp and hit it again. And let it sit. Now see, I didn't get this one hot enough because they're still sitting on a glob and not flattening out. Well, that does not feel secure. No, barely secure. All right, plop a blob in there. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's going right down the hole. Okay, well, I don't know, man. Oh, well, you know what? It kind of matches that little plaque there. So I hit them with the 800 grit to kind of weather them and make them look like they're part of things. I think it looks a lot more like it's an old mod. I don't know what to think about it. It's better than the other shit, but getting, I was playing teeter-totter back and forth. So one would, yeah. Well. And the measurements there. But I think, I wish if I had a strip wide enough where I could have done one piece, But hey, like I said, we tried something out, man, and, we're kind of successful, right? And I lost a lot of kerosene, but that's okay. And I just realized that the cap was about ready to come off, so stupid me, here it is coming out there, and the cap was loose. So that's half the problem with me. All right. Well, let's even though there's kerosene all over the place, at least I know the wick has kerosene in it. We could fire this thing up. What the hell? Hold on a minute. Okay. All right, let's line it up. What the heck? Come on now, go down there. Ah. Okay, we'll let that go for a minute, and I'll feel the tubes, so we make sure that we are getting proper flow. All right, so I got these strips here. But I got big, just giant spools of this stuff. These sizes, I got a shit ton of these 3 sizes. Not much of this, but a shit ton of these. So, you know, you want some strapping, hit me up. Maybe we'll trade, you know, a couple feet of this, a couple feet of that, something or other. Okay, so right, look at that, nice flame. Better flame than before. I'll tell you what. Feel them heating up. All right, I gotta find a home for these. So yeah, it's one of those things. You know, it's like having a spring around. It gets caught on everything, and you know, a spool of wire. Well, yeah, I like it with the 800 grit. They're kind of aging it, and you know that was Michael Savage, man. Savage tested. Gotta watch him. But he showed me about aging things. He likes to age things, and I kind of made this more a part of this thing. And that works out really well too, because we got the kind of the highlights there and the darker in the background, so that kind of works out. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that a lot better now that I'm looking at it. Very cool. Hey, well, folks, we did a thing. Did a thing here. How's that for a flame? Yeah, very nice. Okay. All right. Well, folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab for this kind of ridiculous. It's going to be a long video, I think. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, I know. But, hey, it was fun, man. That's fun. Now I'm going to go have, ooh, geez, another late dinner. Oh, well, it's okay. Okay, well, folks, that's going to do it for this revisit of the Dewey mill. And maybe we'll do something else to this down the road. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a cage for it, make it a Dewey mill again. Yeah, I doubt it. All right, folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab. And as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.